If you're like most small business owners, you're probably worried about the recent news that there is basically a 100% chance of recession coming in 2023. And you may even wonder how you're going to continue to market and grow your business even in the face of all that fear, uncertainty, and doubt. So here are 5 tips on how to stay afloat using digital marketing during this economic downturn. Number 5 is the most important. By the way, what do you worry most about when it comes to the possible recession? Let me know in the comments. Tip number 1, target, and retarget. We are living in an age where you can literally target potential buyers who have recently purchased white gloves and who have recently been researching the highest quality ketchup popsicles available. All you have to do is know as much about your ideal customer as possible, and you'll be able to contact them wherever they happen to hang out online. So if you can't write a 2,000-word essay on your ideal customer, then I can almost guarantee you that most of the money that you're spending on advertising is probably going to waste. I am constantly amazed by the answers I get to the question, what can you tell me about your ideal customer? The most common answer is, everyone. We want to sell to everyone. A company needs to know who their ideal customer is so that they can target them specifically and get their message in front of them, increasing the efficiency of their advertising. Are you familiar with the story of the fox and giraffe? Probably not, because I just made it up. What animal eats from the bottom of the tree? The fox. The fox will identify the fruit, rush in there, grab a hold of it, take a couple bites, and then run off to get with its family and share it with the rest of its den. What animal eats from the top of the trees? The giraffe. Majestic? Yes. Able to use its head as a weapon? Sure. Many generations of evolution to be able to reach the top of that tree? Absolutely. So if it took the giraffe millions of years to get that neck as long as it is so that it could reach the top of that tree, how long should it take your company to be able to market to everyone? You see, with this arrangement, both parties eat because both parties understand that they have evolved to a point where they could eat from different parts of the tree. Now, I realize that my analogy falls apart right here when you take into consideration the fact that giraffes don't typically eat fruit, and for that matter, they don't even live in the same ecosystem. But you get my point. Chances are, if you're watching this video, you're probably a fox rather than a giraffe. Here's a pro tip. To truly identify your ideal customer profile, make a list of your 5 favorite customers, the people who are never late on paying, never give you a problem about discounts, and don't complain, give you good reviews, and tend to be a great reference for you. And make up a marketing survey that you can call them and actually go through and find out everything you possibly can. What are their interests, their demographics, what are their beliefs, their values, their ideas about things. The more you know about these people, the better. And as you start to interview these different customers, you're going to see patterns emerge. And when those patterns emerge, you can actually go, oh, here's some common points between all of these different customers who fit into my ideal customer profile. And you can actually target those exact interests and those values in a marketing campaign with our frighteningly effective marketing tools that we have available to us through all the different social media and search engine sites. When you're talking to these customers, you can let them know what you're doing. They'll probably be more than willing to help you, and it'll probably make them feel good that you think so highly of them. And after you've done that, you can watch the number of leads coming in that are specifically the types of people that you want to be talking to and selling your products to. Just absolutely moonshot. Tip number 2, streamline your marketing activities. Now you, like many other companies going into a recession, may have interpreted that as fire your marketing department and spend less money on advertising. And to that I say, you good? Sorry I yelled. Have you ever heard of the Pareto principle, otherwise known as the 80-20 rule? In very basic terms, it states that 80% of the production, revenue, and overall work being done is being done by the top 20% of performers in your company. It also seems to work in reverse, that 80% of the problems that you encounter are actually only being created by the bottom 20% of your employees. You can restructure your marketing activities to have those fine folks in the middle there doing things to back up and increase the efficiency of that top 20%. By identifying those top 20% of producers, having them write out all the things that they have to do just to keep things moving, make short videos on how to do those functions, and then turn them over to the most productive in that middle group, thus freeing up your top people to do more of the actions that are bringing in more of the business. They will love you for this, and they'll produce even more as a result of it. As for the rest of that middle group, find functions that they can do that will augment the basic marketing actions that your company does. And here's a pro tip. If you can identify one of the folks in that group that has an aptitude for social media or video making, hand them a camera and assign them to do the next tip. As for that bottom 20% of producers, do with them what you like. If you like running a marathon with a 50-pound weight tied around your waist, then go for it. But you could also take a look at what those people cost and then decide to reinvest that money back into ads, or better yet, professionally done high-quality video content that can drive more revenue for your company. Tip number 3, make every action an attention-capturing action. In that last tip, I mentioned giving the person in that middle group of producers who has a knack for social media and video making a camera. Now, let them go to town videoing stuff. I mean everything. Sales meetings, customer calls, processes, administrative stuff, speeches that you give to the staff, manufacturing processes, services done in the field, customer testimonials, every little part of your entire process. Then have them edit out all of the filler material, the in-between stuff, and upload it to a drive for your review. I recently started using Dropbox Replay for this function. It works great because as you're reviewing it, you can add timestamps, notes, ask for revisions. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. You pick out the things that you think are going to make good social media posts in collaboration with the person taking the videos. You want to engage their creativity in this. They can start picking out the best of the different shots that they've gotten. The idea is to, at some point, completely turn that function over to the person who's taking all the videos and making the posts. But there is an added benefit to this process. If you continue to review the footage, which I recommend doing it anywhere from 2 to 3 times speed, you will start to come across things that are actually being done in the most ideal way that you can imagine. You can clip that footage and then show it to other people so that they get an idea of how to do things properly, which we're going to cover fully in the next tip. You will also start to notice holes and problems and bottlenecks, things that you can actually sort out now that you're aware of them. In the process, increasing efficiency and quality. If you follow through with the corrections on those things you noticed, you'll start to see things smooth out in the most troublesome areas in your company. Here's a pro tip: be sure to get talent releases signed by every single person that works in your company. This is very important. Trust me on this one. I've included a link to a generic talent release below. Download it and have everyone sign it. Tip number 4, video job descriptions. I know this doesn't sound like marketing, but hear me out. As you can probably attest, as much as 20% of your, as a small business owner's time, is spent explaining over and over and over again how to do things. If you don't run into this problem, man, you got a gem of a team. But if you're like me and like the many other small business owners that are out there, that's what you spend a lot of time doing. As a small business owner slash founder slash your product crusader, no one can really be expected to do things the way that you would do them without being shown. You may have to show a task multiple times due to task complexity, staff turnover, or the limited average attention span of the population. Thanks, TikTok. Making a series of short videos that show a person exactly how to do a function and the exact result that they should be trying to attain from that function can save you untold hours of repeating yourself, piles of frustration, and free you up to do the things that only you as the founder and leader of the group can do. Instead of repeating yourself on explaining how to do a task over and over and over again, all you have to do is send them a link. Here's another pro tip. Make these videos searchable by uploading them to some sort of database, private social media group, or even put together course modules with these videos as the body of the course. Then organize them by function, department, or job title. Then incentivize the completion of these modules and watch the efficiency in your company just skyrocket. Tip number 5. We made it! We're almost to the end! Don't you feel more equipped to handle whatever it is that's coming in 2023? I do. Pour the coals on the ads. Now, if you made it this far into the video, then at least some of the things that I've said seem to be making some sort of sense. Hell, you may even put some of it into practice. I want to stress 2 points on this tip. Take all the money that you are saving by cutting the fat, becoming more efficient, improving your advertising targeting, and dump it all back into your most productive ad campaigns and your social media content creation. I cannot stress this enough. So many people will take all of those steps, be doing a little bit better, and then find themselves wound back up in the exact same place that they were in at the beginning of this process because they didn't do that. From what I understand from what we should be expecting in 2023 economically, it could get bad. You want to be the one that is getting the most attention in your industry, so that when the companies in your industry who did not do these actions fold up, you're the one that's been getting all the attention and therefore collect the vast majority of the market share. Secondly, and this is the most important part, you want to be getting the best results that you can possibly be getting, right? Video content and video ads are starting to outperform still image ads and content at a fantastic rate. I even saw an ad that was attempting to refute that fact. And what format did they use to peddle their wares? That's right, it was a video ad. This datum has one caveat, and it goes a little something like this. A good video ad will beat a good still image ad, but a good still image ad will still beat a bad video ad. We make amazing videos at 7Kim Media, but whether you use us or not, just remember, we are well past the days where a bad video ad will be at all effective. Customers are beginning to become a lot more sophisticated as far as what they'll respond to. So make the highest quality ads you can afford to make. Watch videos on how to do it. Take classes or hire a professional. It will make all the difference and will show the people that you're promoting to that you care about them, their time, and how they see your company. Now, we've learned a lot in this video, and that's just scratching the surface. I want to make sure you don't miss anything. So hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so that YouTube will let you know every time we upload a new video. And click this video on your screen to see a gem we made about 6 different types of promotional videos that you can get going today. I'm Jason from 7Kim Media. See you in the next video.